Hey y'all, hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back to another XDefiant video here on the channel. Today, we're going to be going over the gadgets. We're going to be making a tier list. We're going to be ranking them from best to worst to give you guys a head start in this beta here. For some context before we hop into the tier list, I've been testing this game for a while now. I have nearly 800 matches played, but this list is still just my opinions. So if you guys disagree, make sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know what changes you guys would make to the list. But yeah guys, let's not waste any more time. Let's just hop right into the list, okay? Alright, starting off the list, we're going to start with the mag shield. I think the mag shield is the golden rule when it comes to abilities. In terms of XDefiant, it's an ability that's really strong when not countered, but it has some very accessible and very easy to execute counters. First and foremost, you have the hijack, another ability in the game. You can instantly flip the shield. You have the EMP, you just delete the shield off the map. Or you can just shoot it with bullets and break it that way. So overall, it's a very strong ability, and in a lot of spots, it's actually quite necessary. I think in terms of like linear maps and stuff, you're always really going to want someone running a mag barrier. So, you know, really strong ability, but also easily countered. So not crazy strong, not OP. I think it's the perfect mix of both in terms of balance. So we're going to slap that in A tier. And along with it in the A tier, we're going to add Dead-Sex Hijack. So obviously this is one of the only counters to other abilities that exists in terms of the ability pool. So it's going to counter all placeables, so stuff like the mag barrier, stuff like the firebomb drone, stuff like the spider drone, stuff like fumigator, and any future placeables that are added in with other factions. So really solid ability and gadget. I think this is only going to get better as time goes on. So I'm definitely going to put this in the A tier, maybe a little controversial, but I really think this is a great ability and it's only going to get better with time. Moving on, we also have the Intel Suit. The Intel Suit's going to go in B tier. While it is a wall hack, and a wall hack is extremely useful, I do think that because of its long cooldown and the ability to get EMP'd out of it while you're using the ability, I think it's, you know, just a cut below the A tier. It doesn't quite make the cut, so we're going to slap it in B tier. Still a very strong ability and the better of the two echelon abilities, but, you know, nothing too crazy. Moving on, of course, we also have the fire drone, the firebomb drone from Cleaners. We're going to put this in the B tier. While it is one of the only lethal abilities in the game, it's basically a one-shot kill if you're in the explosion radius, no matter what. Very strong ability, especially when peeking corners and stuff. If you have to peek multiple angles at once, you can send the drone off in one direction and you can focus your full attention on the other angle. But regardless, it has somewhat of a long cooldown, and you're kind of limited in how you can use it because you can only send it in a straight line. So we're going to put it in the B tier. It's a solid ability, but I don't think it's as good as the other abilities in A tier. Moving on from that, we have Invis. I think Invis is a very situational ability. Depending on the map, this can go up a couple tiers to B or even A tier. On maps that have a lot of flank routes and a lot of clutter and corners and little hidey spots, I think this is a very strong ability, but for the most part, you're going to see limited use out of this ability, and it's going to be kind of a gimmick, if I'm being perfectly honest. So yeah, it's going to go in the C tier. It's going to be, you could think of the C tier as like situational, can be strong, but most times isn't going to be crazy strong. Moving on, we have the Spider Bot. Now this Spider Bot is insanely buggy. The pathing is all over the place. You know, sometimes the audio doesn't play, sometimes it teleports onto your face, sometimes you try to melee it, it doesn't work, you know. All sorts of wacky things go on with this, but even without the bugs, I think this is a very limiting ability in that it can only really affect one gunfight, and, you know, even if it does grab onto someone, if they have a teammate nearby, it can be shot off their face. If you're fast enough on the reaction, you can just melee this and break it before it even gets onto you, or you can shoot it with bullets. Like, overall, at max, you're getting maybe one kill, but a lot of times you're not even getting any kills. So I don't really think this ability is that great, especially considering their other option is Hijack. I think Hijack is a much better option, and you'd be much better off going with that. Next, we're going to go with the Fumigator. This might be a little controversial, but I actually think the Fumigator is hard S tier now that BioVita has been nerfed. I think the Fumigator is like very, very slept on. It just so happened that the BioVita was so ridiculously strong that everybody overlooked how strong the Fumigator is. But when paired with Libertad's Ultimate, it actually feels like you almost have iframes. You can tank so much damage, it's crazy. If you post it up on a heady, you should almost never die if you have this up. Like, the healing is just crazy, guys. You are really going to be surprised once you start picking this up. And you know, holding those angles and stuff with, say, like an AR or something, you're going to have a lot of success with this ability, so definitely don't sleep on it. Moving on, we have the Firebomb, of course. We're just going to put this in F tier. This is like a troll ability, if I'm being perfectly honest. You have to walk into melee range to use this thing, and the fire that it leaves on the ground doesn't even do enough damage to kill people in most cases. You can just run straight through it completely unbothered. So definitely not a good ability. Basically the only way you're getting a kill with this is someone runs into you. In that sense, it is kind of like a BM ability. It's kind of, you know, you can trash talk people like, oh man, I'm so good, I beat you with Firebomb, bro, like you suck. So yeah, definitely a hard F tier. Only use this if you're doing challenges or you just want to troll someone that you don't like. And then, where are we going to put BioVita? Of course, it's fresh off a nerf. But it is still, like, one of the few abilities that offers healing in the game, so it can never truly be bad, and it does influence HP pools and break damage points. So, now that it's been nerfed a little bit, I think we're going to put it in C tentatively. It could be good, it could be bad. I haven't really had that much time to play with it since the beta dropped, so we're just going to whack it in C and call it a day. And then, of course, brand new ability, the Blitz Shield. Where are we going to put the Blitz Shield? Well, see, the issue with the Blitz Shield is that, while it is a strong ability, you know, it's a riot shield that blocks bullets, it doesn't really do a great job of protecting your feet. So, you know, there are some issues with it, some counters in that sense. You know, overall, it's kind of a situational ability, like the other abilities in C tier. When it's strong, it's strong. You know, people are gonna need some time to get used to this, so I think we're just gonna whack it in C and call it a day. So yeah, guys, that's the completed tier list. Maybe some controversial opinions in there if you agree with me. Drop a like on the video if you disagree. Leave a comment down below, let me know what you disagree with, what you would change, and if you're trying to catch more XDefiant content, make sure to drop a sub on the channel. And I'm going to be live on Twitch every day during the beta, so come drop by, come say hi, the link's going to be in the pinned comment. But yeah, guys, you take care, I'll see you when I see you next, peace.